The Honest Gentleman, Episode 2. The weight a man carries and why he must finally put it down. Every man carries a weight. Some carry it in their shoulders, some carry it in their chest, some carry it behind their eyes where no one can see it, and most men carry it alone. This episode is for the man who has been strong for too long, the man who has held everything together for his family, for his work, for everyone but himself, the man who has forgotten what it feels like to breathe without pressure on his back. If it sounds familiar, then stay with me, because today we're going to talk about the weight you carry and why it's time to finally put it down. About me, the Honest Gentleman. My name is Andreas, and I created the Honest Gentleman as a community for men in their 50s and upwards who need support, encouragement, and a place where they can finally breathe again. I'm a relatively quiet man by nature. Speaking publicly, putting myself on camera, and sharing my thoughts with the world has never come easily to me. I'm not a professional YouTuber by any means. I do not have a production team or a studio. I work on this channel on my days off in the small pockets of time I find. This isn't meant to be polished or perfect, and it's certainly not for financial gain. It's honest, mistakes and all, because the real person is behind the microphone doing his best. And I'm doing it because I feel strongly that men today need support more than ever. Too many of us carry our struggles in silence. Too many of us feel the weight of financial pressure, emotional blame, and the expectation to stay strong no matter what. Too many of us have been told that our feelings do not matter anymore, or that we should simply get on with it. As a man in my 50s, I've lived through enough to understand how heavy that silence can become. I've spent years working in corporate environments, navigating the pressures and politics that come with that. I've served on the front line in policing, witnessing firsthand the challenges men face in public and behind closed doors. And I am an author, taking my message to the public to educate families about the dangers facing school children today, because safeguarding and protecting others has always been at the heart of what I do. Through all of this, one truth has become clear to me. Men need a place to be honest, to be heard, and to rebuild their confidence without shame. This channel exists for that purpose, for the man who feels tired, for the man who feels overlooked, for the man who has spent decades carrying everyone else and is now wondering who carries him, for the man who wants to live the second half strong. If you're ready to reclaim your confidence, your purpose, and your sense of self, you're in the right place. Welcome back to The Honest Gentleman. Part 1. The Invisible Load. Men carry burdens that no one ever sees, not because they're hiding them, but because the world rarely asks. A man carries the expectations placed on him, the responsibilities he never chose, the mistakes he just can't forget, the disappointments he never speaks of, the pressure to be strong even when he's breaking. And the older a man gets, the heavier that load becomes. By the time a man reaches his 50s, he's often carrying decades of unspoken weight, regrets, failures, losses, promises he couldn't keep, dreams he quietly buried. But here's the truth. You were never meant to carry all of that alone. No man is. Part 2. Why men never put the weight down. Men don't let go of their burdens for one simple reason. They believe they're supposed to carry them. They believe, I should be able to handle this. No one wants to hear my problems. It's too late to change anything now. This is just my life. These beliefs become chains, not because they're true, but because they feel familiar. Men hold onto their burdens because they don't want to appear weak, they don't want to disappoint anyone, they don't want to admit they're struggling, they don't know who they are without the weight. But the weight is not your identity. It is just something you've been carrying for far too long. Part 3. The cost of carrying too much. There is always a cost to carrying more than you should. It shows up in your body, the tight shoulders, the sleepless nights, the exhaustion that never goes away. It shows up in your relationships, the distance, the irritability, the feeling that no one understands you. It shows up in your spirit, the loss of joy, the loss of purpose, the quiet belief that your best days are behind you. But they are not if you choose differently, not if you decide that the second half of your life will not be defined by the weight of the first. This is where the mantra comes in, second half strong. Not because the first half was weak, but because the second half can be better with intent. Part 4. How a man puts the weight down. Putting the weight down does not mean giving up. It means letting go of what no longer serves you. A man puts the weight down by admitting he's tired, allowing himself to be human, letting go of perfection, forgiving himself for the past, setting boundaries he should have set years ago, choosing peace over pressure, choosing honesty over silence. It starts with one simple sentence: I don't want to carry this anymore. That sentence is not weakness, it's liberation. Because the moment you put the weight down, you create space for something else: strength, clarity, purpose, and hope. Part 5. The second half strong mindset. The second half of a man's life can be the strongest, not because he has more energy, but because he has more wisdom. He knows what matters, he knows what doesn't, he knows what he will be no longer able to tolerate, he knows what he wants to build. Second half strong means you stop apologizing for who you are, you stop carrying burdens that aren't yours, you stop living for everyone else, you start living with intention, you start rebuilding your confidence. You start becoming the man you respect. This channel exists to help you do that, exactly that. Not through shouting, not through ego, not through empty motivation, but through honesty, through clarity, through the quiet courage of a man who's decided he's not done yet. Closing. If you are here, it means you are ready. Ready to put the weight down, ready to breathe again, ready to rebuild the second half of your life with strength and dignity. If this message speaks to you, then stay with me, subscribe, join the community, and walk this path with other men who refuse to fade out. You carried the first half, now it's time to live the second half strong. This is The Honest Gentleman. Your journey continues now.